What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday afternoon. I got the pleasure of interviewing dad and son, Martin and Martin Jr. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good. And yourself?
Doing good, doing good. All right. Dad, why don't you start off first? Introduce yourself, where you train, and then color belt, and then Martin Jr., you go after.
Hey, my name is Martin Kasalausky. Train out at TRXTR Studios, purple belt.
My name's Martin Kasalausky Jr. I train at Trickster. I'm a gray black belt.
All right. Father and son. I like that. I love that. Just like me and Carter. Get that family vibe going. I love that. All right. Okay, so between the two of you, who started first?
This guy.
Okay. So how long time ago was that, Martin Jr.?
Like 3 years ago.
Say about 4. Back in 2020.
4 years ago.
Started, yeah.
Okay. So you guys both, Martin Jr., so you started at Trickster then first?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dad, what made you choose Jiu-Jitsu for him?
I'm a wrestler, from 3rd grade up to my high school senior year. And then my good friend Pat from high school, intermediate, kind of grew up together wrestling. So he was training at a Trickster, or still is. And saw his post about the gym, thought about checking it out. And then what happened was my next door neighbors knows Jeremy from riding motorcycles and stuff. So he was going to take the kids, check it out. So he took Martin Jr. along with him, had a meal with Pat. And then that's when we started, basically, or he started.
Okay. So Martin Jr., did you do any sports or anything else before you started doing Jiu-Jitsu?
I did football in like first grade. Yeah, first grade.
Yeah. Played football pre-COVID. COVID stopped it, actually. So
Yeah, COVID kind of sucked for everybody. Okay. So Martin Jr., when you started Jiu-Jitsu, did you like it?
Yeah.
What was it that made you enjoy Jiu-Jitsu?
Like hanging out with like my neighbors and learning from Coach Pat.
Okay, so how old are you now, Martin Jr.?
12.
12. Okay, so you're like 8 or 9 when you started.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I guess Dad, you started taking him to class and then was watching? And how did...
Yeah, pretty much. Sat on the side. Pat always telling me to get on mats. I told him, no, I ain't doing it. And then Coach Mike out of our same gym, Trickster, he's a very persuasive kind of guy. So he talked you into it a little bit. And then one of our other pro belts, Eric, he kind of kept on bugging me, just like the rest of the guys. And I gave him a date. Went on a work trip, came back, and that's the date I started. It was back in February 2023. So, what?
Okay, so how long was it between your starting jiu-jitsu and you doing some sort of physical activity like sports or wrestling or whatever?
Last time I wrestled was 2003 when I graduated. But between that and now it's just military stuff. I'm in a guard, so any physical training that I do, that's pretty much it. We work out set at home too, so I do work out once in a while at home.
Okay. So you said you wrestled early in your life, yeah? How did you get started in wrestling?
I actually started PAL League at Radford. I had an older sister, older brother. They were kind of into it, so we started PAL League. I have a twin brother we started along with back in 3rd grade. I kind of stuck with that all the way through intermediate, elementary, and then intermediate. Got to come to middle school, and that was the rest is history.
So again, I keep saying this, but everybody tells me wrestling is not an easy sport.
It's not. Martin's learning that a lot now. We started training at home for a bit, him and 2 other Jiu-Jitsu teammates out of our carport for like 6 months. And then he finally started a club, I'd say about 6 months ago, at Cool Wrestling. You got to have the grit. I mean, it's like Jiu-Jitsu, but I think wrestling is a bit more high pace, high intensity. So you really find yourself, yeah. So
Yeah, so Martin Jr., you're doing both wrestling and jiu-jitsu now, right? So if you gotta compare, which one do you think is harder?
Probably wrestling.
Why would you say that?
Cause like the warm ups are harder than jiu-jitsu, and like you gotta be tough to like wrestle.
Okay. So if you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu. Okay. Okay. Why?
Cause I feel like I don't know, I just like it more. Like
Can do the submissions and other stuff, yeah. You think your wrestling has helped your jiu-jitsu?
yeah, a lot.
Okay, so that you waited a little while to get him started in wrestling. Was that by design or just the timing?
It actually started. We were doing judo. He was doing judo at a trilogy for a bit, and that took away my nogi days, Tuesday, Thursday. So from I think class started at 7 to like 8:30. So me and the other parents just talked about it. If they're gonna go judo late in the evening, why don't we do some wrestling in my house? So that kind of sparked the wrestling in my house. Just laid out 3 mats and kind of went at it. Teach the kids some basics. And then kind of ran with that.
Okay. Okay. So Martin Jr., you did judo too then.
Yeah.
How long you think you did judo? About
Like I don't know.
Say
How
about 6 to 8 months or so.
6 8 months. Okay. 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 So you got some judo, you get wrestling. How long did you say you guys been practicing wrestling now?
For him, about a year, some change now.
About a
Yeah.
year. Okay. How old are you, Martin Jr.?
12,
12, yeah. So what grade is that? Seventh
7,
grade? Sixth grade?
7.
Seventh grade? Okay. Is there a wrestling program at seventh grade?
No.
Not at his school. I believe
Mm,
some other middle schools have wrestling programs. But right now we're just wrestling at like a cool wrestling club out of Pro City Rec Center. It's a PAL League team, so everything's free. But there's tournaments quite often. There's a freestyle or a folk style tournament coming up. I believe next month.
So Martin Jr., you like wrestling tournaments or jiu-jitsu tournament? Did you compete in judo too?
No.
No? Which one do you prefer, wrestling or judo? I mean,
Wrestling.
wrestling or jiu-jitsu tournament?
Wrestling.
You like wrestling tournaments better? How come?
I feel like it's like more fast paced. And then like get like longer
Mm,
breaks.
mm, mm. So Dad, you did wrestling, you did plenty competitions too then.
Quite a bit. Mainly high school time. So it's been a while since I wrestled on the mats in the competition, but who knows? That might start up soon.
I mean, so okay, so I'm not saying you old, but you're older, right? You're not in college, you're not college
I
anymore,
don't
but
know.
someone at that age, how do people at that stage start wrestling? I guess they would do it at their gym, their jiu-jitsu gym, or is there like an avenue for them to go down and just learn wrestling from somebody or someplace?
It's kind of a hard one. I don't think there's any adult leagues, at least here in Hawaii, but at Trickster we have a lot of guys that do a lot of stand up. Pat himself is teaching some stand up game along with his no-gi practices. So, and then open mats. I mean, there's a lot of guys come in and out of our gym. Whoever's down to train, ask and kind of show what you got. A lot of people are interested in doing stand up. I think solely because if they can't pull guard when they want to, what are they gonna do next, right? So, um, but I think just you gotta just give it a try. Throw with some guys who want to stand up. And the gi is definitely hard because there's more grips, right? So no gi is by far easier to do stand up game. So
How long did it take you, Dad, to get like, I don't say addicted, but like needed to go to jiu-jitsu a lot? Like, did it take a little while or like brought you back wrestling memories or like what connected you back to into jiu-jitsu?
um, just the day I started, actually, that was my first practice back in February. I started off with the big boy in the big boy corner, as we call it at Trickster. a lot of the guys aren't there anymore, but I kind of got addicted from day one. So I want to say I was training probably 4 to 6 days a week for like the first 6 to 8 months. Kind of conflicting with life, but made it happen, and then kind of tailor it off. So, but I mean, everybody at the gym is solid, motivating, right? But I remember my first class was we were running over Delahibo, and I was like, this is not basics, right, or fundamentals, but I mean, you gotta go from there. So, but yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. So, how frequently you guys train?
Um, Mainly for myself, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Martin Juniors, Monday, Wednesdays, Saturdays, along with a Friday no gi class, and then Tuesday, Thursday wrestling. So basically, Sundays is the only days we kind of kick back and relax.
Yeah, sounds like a full schedule, but I mean, when you love something, it's not work. Yeah, it's
Like,
fun.
yeah.
Okay. So, are you guys are you guys gonna do Vegas this year, the Jiu-Jitsu Con?
No, we decided not to. We were planning on trying to go to Japan for the 3-day tournament, but man, flights are crazy expensive right now. So trying to figure that out still. Maybe next year we'll go to Master Rolls and Jiu-Jitsu Con. But
Oh, okay. But you guys did Honolulu Open.
he did, yeah.
How did that go, Martin Jr.?
I got gold.
Yeah. How many matches did you have that day?
Only 2.
Two. Okay. Gi?
Yeah.
Do you do no gi too?
Yeah.
Okay. But you just did gi for that competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have a nogi option for the kids, only for
Oh,
play.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. I was kind of wondering how come they never have no gi for kids? Kind of
Yeah, I don't
never
think the
makes sense
Opens
to me.
have. It's mainly Jiu-Jitsu Con and I think maybe some other bigger tournaments.
Ah,
Last year he got
okay.
second in Nogi Jiu-Jitsu Con, so that was pretty good for him.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right, Martin Jr., step me through each of your matches, how the thing went, what you was thinking, what happened.
My first match, I had to fight a kid I fought before. I lost to him. And then this match, I thought I was gonna lose, but this match. And then my second match, I think I was losing at first, and then I took him down. Or I swept him.
Yeah, so both matches was by points?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your wrestling, did your wrestling come in handy in your matches?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so then you had a match at Fight to Win, yeah?
Yeah.
How did I think I don't think you came out on top, but tell me how that match went.
It felt good.
Okay. So step me through like what was going on, like you open up, like I don't think I saw your whole match, but like are you a guard puller or you like to do takedowns?
I like to guard pull.
Guard pull, okay. So were you successful? Did you guard pull from the start?
I tried, but he was backing away.
Okay. So ended up he pulled guard or what
Um,
happened after that?
I tried to get a double leg, but he had me in the darts.
Ah, that's right. That's right. I remember him just kind of holding that for most of the match. Yeah. Nah, like we always say, right? Win or lose, you can get something out of it and gonna help you to your next competition. Yeah. Good. Okay, that was good. All right. So what's the future plans then? I know you mentioned next year is probably maybe Vegas. I know that the Japan thing is kind of yeah, I look at flights to Japan too and it's not
Yeah, it's
cheap.
crazy right now.
So
Real crazy right now. I hope to go to Vegas again next year. Both of us compete again. Um, we're just gonna try to go to a wrestling tournament in Idaho next summer as well. So I mean, kind of conflicting on each other, but we'll see what we can do to figure it out. But it's a 5-day tournament, I think. 4-day tournament. You'll get a lot of about 20 to 30 rounds or matches at least. So be a good learning experience for him.
Tell me about how, like, I've never been to a wrestling tournament. I can assume what it's like, but just tell me what, like, from your days of wrestling, right? What does a wrestling tournament involve? Like, I know I heard it's like multiple days, long days, but kind of step me through like what a tournament would look like.
Usual wrestling tournaments back in my time was you win early, sit around and wait till the brackets are made. Um, you see the brackets all. Now they have everything's on an app now, so they give you kind of a window to be around the mat area. But you basically, depending if it's a round robin type or kind of like IBGF tournaments where it's one loss and you're out. But you basically wrestle and you wait around for the next match. Sometimes you're waiting an hour, sometimes 2 hours. Um, but it's kind of the rounds are pretty heavy. It's 3 rounds. I think for kids, it's about a minute 30 per round. High school, I think it's 2 minutes. But basically a lot of waiting, sitting around. Wrestlers like to sleep between matches and kind of get their energy back and eat, right? So, but definitely a long day. It's kind of like a Naga with all your guys' students, right? Waiting around each bracket. You're there all day to wait for one kid, basically. So, um, but
Is there a lot of like weight cutting at like early ages, like like at Martin Jr.'s age, where people are trying to cut weight to get to brackets?
I think there's a few parents, mainly stateside, maybe a few here too, but um, most kids know. Like, I mean, Martin Jr. He's about 100 pounds and he's kind of short, right, like me. So, um, the weight cut for him won't be manageable. I mean, live in Hawaii, got good food, but I think for the kids, if they are weight cutting, the parents are putting through a lot of stress. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, they can lean out, maybe do more cardio, kind of cut that way, but make it a lifestyle versus a week out trying to cut weight. So, but I mean, I know there are kids that do it. I mean, high intensity sport like wrestling, uh, 5 to 10 pounds is a big difference. Yeah. So,
When you compete in wrestling, did you have to go through those
oh yeah,
weight cuts?
big time. My freshman year, wrestled at 130. That one was pretty manageable. Sophomore year, I was wrestling at 140. I didn't make weight for ILH championships, so I didn't go to states my sophomore year. I was literally an ounce overweight. Um, so I was dead to the world, barely hanging on. And the scale read I'm an ounce over, so I didn't make it. But junior, senior, bumped it up to 160, and that was manageable.
Yeah, that's the thing I always wonder. Like people that do weight cuts, like I mean, yeah, how do you have energy after that to
Yeah,
compete? Yeah,
yeah.
it's not the easiest thing. Yeah. Since both of you guys do jujitsu together, do you feel like it creates a special connection or a bond that maybe other parents wouldn't recognize if they didn't do a sport like jujitsu?
I think in a sense it does. I know the pain he goes through when he gets his butt work, and he knows the pain I get my butt work, right? But we both put in the work, train hard, right? I think at first when I started training, trying to tell him what I see he could do, but I was the newer one to the sport, but I guess eventually as things played along, kind of able to talk and communicate what he can and cannot do, or shouldn't do at least during his matches and stuff. But um, he has his own game. I'm not a guard puller. I mean, I'll play guard once in a while, but I like to take people down. Yeah, so he has his ways, I have my ways. So, but just growing together. Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. Martin Jr., do you enjoy competing?
Yeah,
What, I mean, besides the obvious, like, winning, what do you like about competing?
like getting to like fight other people.
Do you do you enjoy the preparation part, like preparing for the training, like, the comp rounds and all of that pushing? Do you enjoy that part of it?
Um, Not really.
At least you're honest. At least you're honest. I know some people like the preparation, the preparing for the competition almost more than they like the competition. But I mean, it's good to hear that you enjoy competing. What about you, Dad? Do you enjoy competing?
Oh, I do. I haven't competed since Master Worlds last year, so it's been a while. Um, but I think the way I like to tell all our teammates is I just want to scrap, right? I mean, we're adults. You scrap outside, you get put in jail, right? So, um,
Oh yeah.
just put it out there, and just show what you got basically, and learn from that. So, um, but comp rounds is definitely comp class at Trickster is no joke. I'm sure you've been through a few, right? But everybody's on the same page. We're here to accomplish something, right? So we're here to train hard, go hard on each other. And after, the hour and a half, 2 hours of beat up yourself, you kind of sit back and relax and be like, that was good fun, or man, I got a lot of work to do. But
Dad, I like your perspective on the way that you, I don't say coach, but you look at Martin Jr.'s competition piece, right? There's a lot of people that, as parents, are uneducated and yet still try to tell their kid what to do when they're competing. Yeah. I think we've all seen that at the tournaments where the parents is yelling something kind of unrelated to the situation the kid is, and they think they're helping.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we do see the same thing in
Was it,
wrestling. Same thing.
mm,
Yeah.
was it, I mean, like old school days, right? The parents would just yell and do whatever, right? Do you think it's more like with this people that have felt that now, like you're in another generation where it's like being a little more understanding how difficult it is, and actually putting yourself in their shoes to understand what the challenges they're facing? Is that something you think
I
that
think a lot of
you're
parents,
doing?
like myself, I'm not young, I'm not real old, but I'm pretty old. But I think there's a lot of parents that are willing to step on the mats and kind of learn it. Like just yesterday's practice, there was a guy, I think it was like his fifth practice. I kind of asked him, "Hey, what brought you to jiu-jitsu?" He said, "Oh, my son's in a Benihuni class," and I just felt kind of he's telling him to do things and kind of, "Hey, why can't you just do this or move that way?" And then now he sees a perspective of just the warm ups alone, like, "Hey, this isn't easy, right?" So, um, but definitely, I mean, putting yourself in their shoes, understanding what it takes to get one, put yourself on the mat and compete. Two, to continue to train and wanting to be there. I mean, we have our days where he doesn't want to go to wrestling or doesn't want to go to jiu-jitsu or kind of choose the path of which one he wants to do or not. But you know, if we're not at practice, we're not learning, we're not growing, right? So, um,
Right.
but definitely more parents should get on the mat if their kids are training. I mean, like right? Age doesn't matter. I mean, we got the young kid crew that's gonna be fast and furious on you, and then you got the older guys like myself. I mean, I like to move fast when I want to, but just kind of chill on the mats too, right? So, yeah.
Dad, what is your expectation from Martin Jr.'s jiu-jitsu and wrestling? What do you want him to get from it?
I just want him to grow. I mean, I want one big thing I keep on telling him, and he needs to learn how to dig deep, right? I mean, in wrestling, there's moments where you're in a match, you're down a couple points, and there is a possibility, no matter what you're doing, right, to win the match, and never give up. So, back in the day, my uncle, he used to always ask me after a match whether I won or lost. Meaning when I lost, he'd ask me, why you crying?" I tell him, "I don't know. What, did you give it your all? Did you leave it on the mat?" And then when that doubt in your mind kind of put your perspective, like I could have dig deeper, right? I could have gave it a little bit more, or was I just being lazy about it? So, I think just wrestling puts a grit in your body, learns you how to train hard, and in life it'll take you pretty far too, yeah. So, just never give up. That's what I expect out of him is to learn. A match is simple. You can submit somebody, you can get submitted, tap it and tap out, and then move on to the next one, right? So, in life you roll with the punches of life and kind of deal with it every day. So, um, but yeah.
Okay, so the realistic aspect, right, is you're trying to have him learn life lessons to be a better adult, survive as an adult, be a well-functioning adult, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Like I see it a lot, like in like Southern California, some of those places where like they're pushing their kids to do two-a-days, and you know, I don't know, it seems extreme, right? But maybe they're pushing so hard. Maybe they think their son or daughter is going to be like the next Cole Bate or Tynan Dalpra. What are your perspective on those people? I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm not saying that you're criticizing them, but I'm just wondering on your perspective, because you have a son, he competes, he's good, right? He's doing wrestling, but your perspective more is to get life lessons. What do you think about these people that are trying to push their kids to be, I don't call it professional
No,
jiu-jitsu people?
I mean, for me, I think it's it may be worth it in the long run, right? You'll never know till you get there. But um, if your child doesn't like it, I mean, they're gonna get bored. They're not gonna have that passion to continue to push themselves, right? I mean, there's Sundays he doesn't want to go to wrestling practice, but once we get there, he's in it. Same like Jiu-Jitsu. Just yesterday morning, went to Team HQ at Leo them, and then we went to day class after. So I mean, I told him we're going, right? But I mean, I think the push for him is not so hard as maybe some other kids, but I think if they continue to push the kids 2 days every day of the week, I mean, there's no rest. Body's gonna break down, right? I mean, and for the young kids, they gotta grow, right? They need their sleep too, right? So, um, but I mean, if they have the I guess the time and the patience for them to go 2 days, I mean, go with it, but kind of make it more enjoyable for them. You know what I mean? Not just work, 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 right? Like, um, at our gym, there's live rounds every day at practice. So you can kind of cruise it during the drilling and come live round, and you can cruise during your live rounds too, right? But I'm on the side helping with the rest of the parents that's on the mats. And I expect certain things with him, like, hey, why are you doing this, whatnot. But no, it's his match. I don't pry too much on him. Um, so I want him to enjoy it at the same time, put in the work when we need to. Um, but I think parents like that, I mean, if they have something to prove to their kids or making up for the differences that they couldn't do it. But I mean, who knows if you're an all-star black belt and you got kids in the gym, I mean, they're living that stuff every day. You know what I mean? So maybe it's just second nature, but if not, I mean, get them at yourself and understand the true grit it takes. Yeah.
I think you hit a couple key points there, right? So the fun aspect, right? Like Martin Jr., would you want to go jiu-jitsu if it's not fun anymore?
No.
Probably not, right? Like, and then, I mean, same thing with wrestling or anything else in life, right? If it's not fun, why would you want to do it, right? So I think you, you're doing it right? Putting just enough pressure to maintain consistency, but not to the point where he starts to hate it.
Yeah.
Because as soon as somebody starts to hate it, once he's 18 years old and can make his own decision, he's going to quit.
Yeah.
Right. I remember this story. I never told it before. So I did karate with Carter. And then the head instructor, was telling me one day that he tried to get his son to come. The son was like good at baseball. I guess the son never liked to do karate, but he brought him when he's younger. He said he brought the son to class, even though he didn't want to come. He spent all day like trying to catch flies, like he was just not into it. And then he never came back, right? Because he forced him to come, right? Yeah. And he didn't enjoy it. So again, if it's not fun, don't force your kid to do it. Right. At least give it a try, like 6 months to a year, and if they don't like it, then okay, done, yeah. Right? But I mean, don't force your kids. I think you're on the right path with Martin Jr. He enjoys it. I can tell by his the way he does his jiu-jitsu. He's into wrestling, right? He competes. Something he enjoys. Yeah, you gotta enjoy it, or it's gonna end.
Yeah, we do it the same thing. But I have a youngest daughter. She's 7. She trains as well, but there's days where she's going to practice. I mean, between Monday, Wednesdays, we're always at practice. Saturdays, kind of give us a give and take with her. But I ask her, you want to go? I don't want to go. Okay. But Monday, Wednesdays for me is kind of like we're going no matter what. But she has so many friends there now that she goes to play with her friends. Yeah. So she's not the competitive type. So
I think that's how it starts, right? You just build that community, right? Yeah. The friends, they hang out. And maybe some point she gets serious. Maybe she doesn't, but at least you're giving her that opportunity at this age. Yeah, that's important. Yeah, especially nowadays. I mean, you got to know something. You got to be able to protect yourself and your family. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys the speed round questions. Okay, so maybe Martin Jr., you can have a little fun with this one. All right. Okay, so Dad, I know you're not a guard player, but I'll ask you first. What's your favorite guard?
Anyone that works.
That works. Yeah, how about you, Martin Jr.? What's your favorite guard?
De La
Riva, my favorite guard too. Okay, Martin Jr., you first. What's your favorite submission?
Triangle.
Triangle. What about you, Dad?
I like going for counter chokes. Not so successful, but once in a while I get it.
Okay. Okay, Dad. Takedown, guard pull.
Takedown, of course.
Martin Jr.?
And guard pull.
Guard pull. All right. Martin Jr., favorite gi brand?
Day by day.
Day by day. How about you? How about you, Dad?
I'm a Kings guy.
Kings. Okay. Two of my favorite brands. All right, Dad, what's your favorite color gi?
I like black.
How about you, Martin Jr.?
Black.
Black. Okay. Okay, Martin Jr., gi or no gi?
Gi.
What about you, Dad?
I prefer no gi, but gi is fun too.
Okay, Dad, do you have a favorite training partner? And if you do, who is it?
I don't. A lot of hammers in our gym, so basically the big boy corner of Trickster. So yeah.
All right. What about you, Martin Jr.?
I don't really have one.
Okay. All right, Martin Jr., what's your favorite food after you finish training?
Fast food.
Fast food. Okay, how about you, Dad?
I eat anything, to be honest. I'm a big back, as the kids will call it. So, but ice cream is for sure. Yeah.
Okay, Dad, what's the best training advice you ever received?
Just have fun with it. I mean, Coach Mike from Trickster always tells us, right, have fun. And we're giggling, laughing, and I'm not getting choked out. I mean, you're training, having fun. So, I mean, that's the best advice to have.
Have fun. How about you, Junior?
Don't give up.
Don't give up. That's two very important points. All right. Okay. If you have a favorite sports team, what is it? Who is it, Junior?
Like any sport.
Any sport.
49ers.
49ers. All right. But you, Dad?
The same for me.
49ers. Okay. Bonus question. If you could row with anybody in history, like past, present, who would it be? Dad?
I don't have anyone specific, to be honest. No one really for me.
No one?
No.
How about you, Junior?
I don't know. Maybe Mikey Musumeci.
Mikey. All right. All right. Good answer. Okay. So I'm going to close this out, but I'm going to ask, maybe you guys can answer together. Where do you guys want the Jiu-Jitsu journey to go for you guys?
Will you?
Get my black belt.
For myself, I just want to continue training as much as I can. I mean, the body hurts every day, so gotta push through it and learn how to keep going. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Especially, well, you're not old and you're not young, but the longevity piece will
Yeah.
start to come into play, right?
Yeah.
Focus on smart, especially like you are in the big boy corner, so there guys are big over there too, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be smart on how you roll and keep moving forward. And yeah, so very, very good paths. Hope Martin Jr., you get your black belt and you can have your own school and you can be teaching kids and other adults one day. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for being part of our journey, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
Thank you, Ron.
Take care, guys. Okay, hang on.